We're live. So this is my first one here on YouTube. This is so exciting. I really just felt pulled to do this today because I wanted to set the foundation for a few of the podcast episodes and videos coming out in the next few weeks. So we're going to be talking about boundaries, and I just had it on my heart, and I didn't get to say this in the podcast, but I want to talk about why setting up a boundary you don't believe in doesn't work, especially when it comes to sex for Christians in particular. Because I was told this when I was younger, that you want to set up a boundary before your falling off point or whatever it is that you really don't want to do, you don't want to get to. Set that boundary up before, because if you fall off the bandwagon or if you just, completely cross that boundary, then you're still good. Like, you're still in the safe zone, which is a load of crap, because all you're doing is putting yourself in a situation where you're setting up a boundary you don't actually believe in. So you're going to push back against that. Who wants to have a boundary that they're like, I don't really believe in that, but I'm just going to set it here so that the next step that I do believe in, I won't get there. Like, for example, we're not even going to hug. I'm going to set that foundation that we're not even going to hug, because if I hug, then at least I didn't kiss, which I'm really not okay with. Or I'm going to set the foundation that I'm not going to kiss, because then if I don't kiss, well, then I, I didn't do the next thing. But if I do kiss, like, we're good, we're safe. Like, I didn't, just jump way off over here. And I just think it is silly and it is stupid, because who actually follows all the time their own thoughts, like their own head of this is what I think, and so I'm going to follow that. There are some, and I follow the Enneagram a lot, but there are some Enneagram types who really do follow their head. But if you're not one of those, you're more than likely going to be following your gut and your heart, and you're going to be following your feelings. And so you can set this boundary up of, I'm not going to do this, and I'm doing that so that I don't, if I do, I don't like go to the next step. You're not going to follow that, because you're going to follow your gut. If you actually want to do that thing, or do the next thing, or do the next thing, or do whatever the heck you want, you're going to follow your feeling. You're going to follow your gut. And then you're going to look back and you're going to say, oh, dang it, I set this boundary and I set this thing that I was supposed to do. If you didn't believe in it, all you're going to feel is this guilt and shame that is coming from a place of you not actually knowing who you are, which doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help the person you're interacting with. It doesn't help yourself. It doesn't help the other people that you put like your own beliefs and your boundaries on them. So take a step back and figure out where you stand, where your boundaries are, and don't try to set the wall up so that, it's in the way of you going to the next thing. Get firm on who you are and what you actually believe, because then you're more likely to be in line with that thing. And you're more likely to stick with who you are, stick with who you really are, because you'll be following that gut and head and heart, and you'll combine them all together. And you're less likely to cross some sort of line that you have, because that's not who you are. That's not what you align with. So if this sounds good to you, there are a few videos coming out here in the next couple of weeks. I'm super excited about them. We're going to talk all about boundaries for yourself, how to get confident with them, and how to have good boundaries in marriage as well. So thanks for listening, guys. Go ahead and hit subscribe to the channel if this sounds good to you. I would love to have you in this community, in as a part of my team. We are talking all things healthy sexuality, and I am so excited to have you here. Thanks, friends.